And one of the things that really stuck with me in my learning of somatic abolitionism is Resmaa really frames like what we call US American culture is not a culture but a truncated trauma response that has lost its context but not its charge, quote unquote. And I hold that, like that one hit me. I was like, oh, that's deep. Wow. I felt that like in my bones of like, oh, this isn't right. It doesn't actually feel like culture a lot of the times. It feels like I'm just trying to respond to chronically being stressed out all the time and not feeling like I belong. And am I doing this right? And is this okay? And can I take up this space? And should I be in this room? And ooh, okay. Versus like, oh, what does it take for us to stay together? And that bodies need to sway in order to stay together, and they need to hum in order to stay together, and that there's this practice of actually being in our bodies together that allow us to create culture. That's where music and art and food and nourishment and connection and spirit and all of these other layers of the human experience get to emerge. We don't make them. They are emergent from our bodies. But if we can't be in our bodies because of our trauma responses and our stress, then stuff doesn't get to show up. And so there's this real beautiful practice that I find of like when I'm in a group of people and we're all practicing and like suddenly the whole group of 30 people is just kind of swaying and then we hum together. We just did something. We maybe had a hard conversation. We maybe touched into something really tense, and we all stayed and we're all still in the room and we're all able to make eye contact, and now we're able to laugh and we're able to eat together and we're able to do these other things that are that human experience of connection. And so really like what does it mean to heal for me is like how do we sink back into culture, and I cannot do that if I'm not in my body. Like my body is where culture is emergent from, just in the same way where those ideologies have taken up residency. And so part of my getting back in my body is to evict some of those ideologies that have taken up residency, which means that I have to be okay with an increased heart rate when I say something kind of, ooh, and I'm going to stay here and maybe I'm going to acknowledge that I said the thing.